5. Now, again, using the mathematical code and breaking down numbers and letters, then you look, it's like a safe of treasure. If you turn the right connection, then you can open the safe, and then you can get the gold, right? Okay, so we were promised gold. Slave master left and gave it his interpretation, right? So then that gold one day will become ours, wherever it is, because the Savior came to give us luxury, money, good homes, friendship, and all walk of life. But we have to do the work to spiritually come into the knowledge of who we are. And then all things will be given unto us. 5. Now, again, using the mathematical code and breaking down numbers and letters, then you look, it's like a safe of treasure. If you turn the right connection, then you can open the safe, and then you can get the gold, right? Okay, so we were promised gold. Slave master left and gave it his interpretation, right? So then that gold one day will become ours, wherever it is, because the Savior came to give us luxury, money, good homes, friendship, and all walk of life. But we have to do the work to spiritually come into the knowledge of who we are. And then all things will be given unto us.
Everything's always about the dream. Always about the dream. I was 20 years old. I'd already done 6 years in corporate America. And a guy stopped me in the locker room and asked me, do I know anyone who'd like to make an extra $50, $100 a month? He didn't talk about getting rich. He didn't talk about getting wealthy. He didn't talk about freedom. So you don't have to oversell this thing. You know, the average person would love to make an extra $300 to $500 a month. So we talk about putting millions of people in KARATBARS. Now we're talking about 20, 30, 40 million people in KARATBARs. We're not talking about everybody become a multi-billionaire. You can, if you want to pay that price. I hear people all the time say, I want to be a billionaire. Well, okay. No problem. I want to be a multi-millionaire. Well, you can. Okay. But it's going to require you cutting off the television. It's going to require you missing some football games, some basketball games. It's going to require some sacrifice on the part that only you know if you're willing to make. So I like keeping it simple. That guy asked me, do I know anybody like to make an extra $50, $100 a month? I said, yes, me. I didn't know what he was talking about, and I got excited. I got a little bit excited. I got a twinge of hope. There I was 6 years in corporate America. I mean, I'm 20 years old. Had my own home, 4 cars in the driveway, pool in the backyard. My wife was a flight attendant, so I could fly anywhere in the world pretty much for free or for peanuts. Okay, I had all the cars I wanted to drive, didn't buy insurance, didn't put gas in them. The company fed me 5, 6 nights a week. I'm living on a company expense report. I mean, I live a lifestyle people dream about. I wore my shirt and tie to work, my briefcase. I look good, status good, but as far as I was concerned, I was still broke. Not broke compared to my next door neighbor. Not broke compared to the guys in my neighborhood. Just broke compared to people who had some real money. That makes sense? Just broke, like one of my nephews one day asked me, Uncle Tyrone, people in the family say you're rich. I said, well, compared to you, I'm rich. You don't have any money. But compared to Oprah, Uncle Tyrone broke. Okay, so it's a relative term. Money is relative. And money is not to do all to say all. Okay, because when you have some serious health issues going on that money can't solve, you realize how important, unimportant money is. But I tell you what, I got started. And I'll never forget that first meeting I was sitting there, Mr. Williams, Miss Abram. I'll never forget it. I'm sitting at first meeting on about 200 people in that room, maybe 180, 200 people. And that guy was talking about homes and cars. He was talking about all these material things you could have. And I'm sitting saying, man, I got 4 cars in the driveway now. I got 2 Lincolns in the driveway, a Ford Mustang and a Grand Marquis, 2 company cars and 2 I own. I was just sitting there, didn't mean anything to me. But all of a sudden he started talking about something that meant something. He said, have you ever thought about being free? Now, as far as I was concerned, I thought I was free. I mean, he talking about the height of ignorance. I thought I was free. He said, ever thought? No, I mean really free. I said, I'm free right now. He said, I know that some of you sitting there thinking you're free. He said, if you think you're free, Don't show up on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and by Thursday, you'll be free. And when he said that, it hit me. I was not free. He said, freedom is when you throw away the alarm clock and you sleep to the crack of noon. Freedom is when you wake up in the morning and do what you want to do with your life. Freedom is when you go to that golf course on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and play golf when everybody else is at the office. Freedom is when you go fishing on Tuesday, Wednesday. Freedom is when you stroll in the movies with your kid on a Wednesday afternoon and there's nobody in the movie theater but you and your child because everybody else is at work. Freedom is when all the fathers at work and you're the only father at the Little League baseball game with your kid or your grandkids. Man, he started painting that picture for freedom, guys. And I never forget, I sit up in my chair. I said, wait a minute, what's this freedom thing you're talking about? Okay. And it blew my mind. He asked a simple question. What's retirement age? Everybody started yelling out numbers. 65, 75. He said, see how we've been conditioned? Retirement doesn't have anything to do with age. Retirement has everything in the world to do with money. This couple speaking from the stage were 32 years old. He and his wife were both retired. 2 brand new Cadillacs in their driveway, owned their brand new home. And they were both retired at 32 years old. I said, oh my God, I got to get this freedom thing. Okay. And I didn't know. I know how long it's going to take me to get free. Some of you right now today, you don't know how long it's going to take you to get free. You want to be free right now, you can taste it. I see Dante Taylor, he can taste it, man. He can taste it. I can hear it in his voice. He can take that people who can taste this freedom thing. They want it, but you willing to pay the price to get it. When I saw it, I was willing to pay the price. Man, I was before then. I knew every television program that came. I was a walking TV guide. You could call me and say, "What time this show come on, Tyrone?" I didn't have to put out the news, but I could tell you what time it came out. I was a walking TV guide. Okay, I spent the weekend watching football like everybody else. But when I saw freedom, when I saw that freedom thing, when I was sold that dream of freedom, man, I shut it all down. I said, I'm going after freedom. And at 32 years old, I was able to, my wife and she was able to walk away from a job she'd been on for 8 years as a flight attendant for U.S. Air. And she walked, yes, we gave up the flying privileges. Yes, we gave the benefits. Yes, we gave up the stock options, gave it all up. Okay, why? So I had a kid and he didn't even know his mama. He'd come home and she'd go to reach for him and he'd run because she's flying and she didn't know him and he didn't know her. Okay, it was breaking her heart. I said, quit. And she walked away at 32 years old. My son don't even remember. He's 32 right now. He don't ever remember his mother having a job. It took me 8 more years. I didn't retire till I was 40 years old. I'm telling you, I'd do it all over again. It took me 20 to walk into a job you've had for 10 years, 18 years in corporate America and say, I'm out and never look back. That was July 14th. July 14th. That's tomorrow. That'll be 22 years. Freedom. What it's all about. Back to you, Mr. Williams.
Business is really warfare, but it's the activity of life itself. You say, well, business means I need to open up a business. Okay, yeah, that's right. But real activity of life has to deal with all the essentials of life that we must provide for ourselves, our families, our future. I have something in my pocket that, gee, where is it? Oh, yeah. I have a gold coin. In 1961, I was sitting with Elijah Muhammad, and he took out of his pocket a gold coin. This is 1 ounce of gold, pure gold, okay? Mr. Muhammad put it on the table. He said, one day soon, this gold coin will be the new medium of exchange. White people are moving into the inner city. Some of them knocking on doors. They come with money and they ask you for your gold. Because what they're giving you, I think I got some of that in my pocket. Yeah, I think I do. Now this is paper. This is not real money. This is real money. Silver. That's real money. Now, you young people, some of the elders in the audience, like myself, this used to be called a silver certificate. How many old people in here know when this was a silver certificate? And you know what it said on the bottom? Pay to the bearer on demand $50 in silver, the real money. This is what you call monopoly money. Oh, you didn't hear me. We're going to do some business tonight. Because business is really warfare. What's about to happen? This week it came out in the news that in 2016, all the major banks are in trouble. It started with J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. What makes a bank in trouble? When the value of the paper that they have begins to lose its value, then the bank is in serious trouble. And so are we who have our money in the bank. Now, white people that are in your neighborhood, they're in the pawn shop now, and they're telling you in the window, bring the gold, we got cash for you. They know you don't know that this is losing its value every day. But gold will increase in value. Now this one here, I bought it today, or sent a brother to get it today, because I wanted to use it to explain something. 1 ounce of gold, this little piece right here, is $1,237 today. It went up to $1,800, but it began to fall. But when Elijah Muhammad put that gold coin on the table, an ounce of gold you could buy for $35 an ounce.
You got to have the courage. Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly? Or will you die a dreamer? Will you die on the verge and on the edge and in the land of coulda, woulda, and shoulda? Do you have the courage? I'm going to drop something on you. It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre. Be normal and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are God, then neutralize everything he put in you. Just fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you've neutralized your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. For some of you, it took courage to come to this conference. It takes courage to get you outside of the box. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you. Do you have the courage to stand there though the storms keep raging and the people get to talking and you stand there and say, I've come too far to turn around? Do you have the courage? I'm going to say something to you. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, you don't talk like, oh, you forgot where you came from. Look at you, it takes courage. And I'm just wondering, in this weak, watered down, mediocre society that we live in today, in this reality TV world we live in today, I'm wondering if there's anybody left that's got the courage to say, after all I've been through, and all my ancestors have been through, and all my parents have been through, I didn't come through all of that just to fit in with normalcy. I have the courage to go after my dream. Is there a woman left in this entire Coliseum that's got some courage?
Greetings, 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 and welcome. This is Brother Eric Ture Muhammad coming to you live from the wonderful world of cyberspace. I'm going to introduce an opportunity to you by which it will allow you the opportunity to earn, learn, and work from the safety and comfort of your own home. In critical hours and critical times such as these, it's an imperative that we find an option. It's an imperative that we find a way to make this happen. In fact, the question I asked just a moment ago, if you've been looking for a better way, you have come to the right place. So welcome to this platform. Share with everyone you like. And by all means, make sure that you pay good attention and take notes. So I'm Brother Eric Ture Muhammad. I'm a gold manager with KARATBARS International and a student of Wealth Builders Worldwide. A lot of what you've seen in the previous presentation speaks to my pedigree. I'm a member of the Nation of Islam, a son of freedom fighter Kwame Ture, also known as Stokely Carmichael, and I'm a follower and helper to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That beautiful woman there in this picture here is my wife, Sister Falami Muhammad. Both of us are KARATBARS affiliates, and we work within 4 continents on a consistent basis, helping to share this information and help us to understand that once we are in control of the economy under our roof, it is immaterial and irrelevant to whom the president is, the vice president is, the governors are, the mayors, the congresspersons, the senators, the prime ministers. None of that matters when you are a head of state within your own household. And we're going to show you how to accomplish some of that today. We have successfully built teams, as I mentioned, across 4 continents, and we are growing. But the growth is dependent upon a dream. Growth is dependent upon a vision. You have to know your why as to what you intend to do. So what is your dream? Picture here to your immediate right is Mr. Tyrone Best and Mrs. Valerie Best, the founders of Wealth Builder Worldwide. Mr. Tyrone Best is the CEO, and that is his managing partner, Sister Valerie Best, and they encourage you to dream. Ben Franklin, the US philanthropist, was known to say that you live until you're 18, but you're buried at 65. So the question behooves you, what happened between the ages of 19 and 65? I submit to you that in America, we just merely existed. 99% of the world, and that includes America, has no idea what real money is. We chase it, we chase the concept of it, we hope to achieve it, and we tie dreams and goals and responsibilities to it, but it has eluded us up to this point because we just were not educated into knowing and understanding what real money is. You're going to get that education tonight. You're going to receive this opportunity to the extent where it will allow you not only to define money, but to define the parameters by which you operate in money. So the Dream Chaser Manifesto is a book by Mr. Tyrone Best that allows you to exist, not just merely exist in a jungle of non-dreamers, but how to tune them out, how to kill the noise, how to silence them as you focus on your role as a dreamer, as an achiever, as one who intends to accomplish. It is a Dream Chaser Manifesto. It's a dreamer's guide to surviving in a jungle of non-dreamers. And when you have 1% of the world that has an idea of what money is and 99% of the world that does not, you have entered an elite class where you have to weave and manage through the non-dreamer, even the one that's in your own head, to get between the minutia that's between the 2 ears. All those things are relative, but it all begins with a plan. What is your plan? Where are you in life right now? Because where you are now and where you want to be, the distance between those 2 questions is your decision. It's your decision, folks. Where are you in life right now? Many of us around the world are sitting on our couch or sitting in a chair, or we might be in a car, or we may be laying across our bed watching this presentation right now. You've been called to this. It wasn't by accident. You've been called to this presentation because the distance between where you are in life right now and where you want to be is a decision to make the change and having the courage to do so. So ask yourself this. If you keep doing for the next 10 years what you did for the last 10, will you reach your goals? I can tell you right now, that's not a possibility because you don't have enough time to do so. Look at the matrix timeline that I'm going to share with you here. You've gone through 21 years of education if you're in the Western Hemisphere for the most part. 21 years of this education just to get a job. Not to say that jobs aren't relevant, jobs aren't meaningful. They are roles in society, and all societies need roles to be played. However, you should not get played by your role, because in all this education, you're taught about this magnificent life where you will have a good career, get a good home, you will get a good job, and as a result, you will retire with a good pension. That's the so-called free enterprise American dream. But now, as you can see, as the world has come to a grinding halt, it is turning into a swift nightmare. You have restrictions where you can't go out of your homes. You can't go to your traditional hangout spots, your clubs, your restaurants, your sports arenas. All of this has been taken away and we've been made still. And now we're sitting around, possibly in many of our confines and compounds, trying to figure out what the next steps are. We have downsized to the point where even the world, through the pandemic and through a wealth challenge, we have been made to downsize, pool our resources within our own home. Yes, we may have a nice home, but someone who's going to pick up the tab on the rent or the mortgage, someone's going to pick up the tab on the car note this week, someone's going to pick up the tab on the groceries or the laundry or the utility statements. Someone has to pick up the tab. Everyone's being asked to pool their resource in the home because the home had to be downsized and regulated just to make ends meet. Some of us even jumped back into work out of retirement. And statistics show in the West that you're likely to lose 5 years of life expectancy after retirement returning to work. And you don't return to work simply because you enjoy people. You return to work because you have to make the ends meet. How do the debts go away? Where do you find relief? In many respects, it's found once we are retired permanently. But then shamefully, we pass on those debts to our surviving loved ones to tack on to the debts that they have. Some of us have young families developing, and we have to have a talk because you're finally starting to have your family. Everybody's happy. Look at that beautiful baby. But now you're at the point where you have to have that talk. And what is that talk? You have to help that child know from the cradle that you will go to school for 12 years in this system, college for 4 more years, and you'll work until you die because the system is broken. Is that the existence that you want for your children, your family, and your future? Do you want to be remembered for something other than having a job and just barely making ends meet so that you will come along and do the same? Here's the problem, folks. It is impossible. It is absolutely impossible, categorically and otherwise, to outwork an exponential inflation with a linear income. In other words, as long as the cost of living rises and you aren't making any additional money, you are still broke. And too broke or too underfinanced to handle the day-to-day activity known as life. So we're basically existing because we don't have enough time to keep doing the same things the way we've always done. Here's a quote from a famous billionaire who loses money like running water, yet and still he is very secure. That's Warren Buffett. The man's attributed to having more wealth than life itself, but look, he's quoted as saying, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. There's a lot of truth to that, but here's the cut to the chase truth. Mr. Michael L. Dalco, our senior partner in Wealth Builders Worldwide, he states, if you don't find out what real money is, you will work until you die. Now, I open this conversation letting you know and helping you to understand the basic dilemma we have in our paper chase. Chasing money as opposed to allowing money to work for you, chasing money as opposed to chasing the freedom that money is supposed to provide. It only works if you know what true money is. And true money, I submit to you, is not paper, because anything that's defined as money, it must contain a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. And I submit to you that the most you can do with the paper bill today, that fiat dollar currency, you can write a note on it, you can wipe with it, you can blow your nose in it, you can burn it. But it will never be the store of value, and the way they're printing it is fading in purchasing power each and every day all around the world. So we teach you how to create by doing 4 keys or establishing 4 keys to the building wealth principle. We know in our world that in order to have money that stores value, that is defined as an asset. An asset is an instrument of value that appreciates over time. You need real money. The 4 keys to building wealth in that scenario. Number 1, you have to create a residual income. You have to accumulate those appreciating assets that we were just talking about. I'm here to tell you that gold is money. That's the asset we're going to introduce and make available to you today. You will absolutely outrun inflation with an appreciating asset, and you will utilize the advantages found in what's known as the tax code. In the US and in Monopoly, it looks a little something like this.
Oh my gosh.
Where's all your money gone, Donnie?
Taxes 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
Bug, it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not.
It's not fun. It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
Oh, it's what?
Taxes.
Poor little Donnie, what did he understand? He knows now as a child that you can lose up to 40% of all the income you work so hard for over the course of your working career. Here, the issue is here, though, is that he's a child who cannot see another way out or another means. He's given a board that makes you to play a game, and there are no options offered to you. In fact, I'm going to introduce another board game and show you the difference between financial wealth and well-being. How many of you out here know and understand how to play the game checkers? How many of you get excited when you jump and take multiple jumps and get to the other end of the board to get your checker piece kinged? So now you can travel all around the board at tremendous leaps, to do tremendous jumps, to gain authority or gain leverage over your opponent, only to win the game. That's winning the game. That's a game that can be played over and over again, and you just go from one side of the board to the other. I want to talk to you about a board game named chess. It's the same board, but how's it played? It's played by maneuvering and strategizing, where you don't end the game by getting a king and moving across the board, jumping over pieces. You take the pieces off the board. You eliminate the competition. You eliminate the missteps, and you end up checkmating. That's the difference between knowing how money works and working for money. You jump on a checkerboard, spot to spot, place to place. You king me with a raise. You king me with a promotion. You king me with an offer, but it does not take you off of the board as a winner. But when you play the game of chess, it's a war strategy leaned in finance. That's what the wealth understand. It's conquering and leveraging the economy within the confines of that board or the confines of your home. Under your own roof, you can literally control the environment in which you live. You could be king of your castle. You can be head of your state, and it will not matter who the president is, nor the mayor or the prime minister anywhere in the world, because you have the #1 asset that controls the destiny for not only yourself, but for generations to come. So how do we do this? Simply put, we answer those questions we talked about earlier. You're going to find out those answers because we're going to take you out of this dilemma. We're in what's known as the cash flow quadrant in the society. Okay, cash flow quadrant is the majority of the world works as an employee, or they are people who own jobs. So you have the self-employed, right? But you really own a job. You do everything that the employee does, except if it doesn't start with you, if you don't start it, it doesn't begin. And if you don't end it, it won't end. So therefore, it all depends on you. You flick the switch, you turn the power on, you turn it off. You open the doors, you close them. You arrange the payroll, you handle the inventory. You have a little more income than the employee as the employer, because you determine how much that person or those persons make under your charge, but you still own the job. So neither position on the quadrant creates leverage for you. You have no time freedom. You have no location freedom because you're stuck in the brick and mortar, or you're stuck in the car if you're driving back and forth in a share ride position. You have no leverage. But when you introduce to a quadrant that allows you to build upon a system that allows you to allow money to work for you as opposed to working for it, then you have reached the level of going from no leverage to now leveraging yourself with riches, wealth, and eventually freedom. So your quadrant, to maximize yourselves, you have to maximize the business. In order to maximize a business, that business requires a system that maximizes both the B and I quadrants, having a system that allows money to work for you. So those are the 4 keys that we answer in the world of KARATBARS International. We create the residual income for you. We create the accumulation and the appreciating of assets 1 gram at a time or less. We outrun inflation by saving gold, the appreciating asset that will outrun inflation. And you're able to utilize and take advantage of tax codes if they apply or applicable in your countries. Here's what we do. We start you with a home-based business. We start your gold home-based business. Gold is that premier asset, folks. Whole nations on the earth are hoarding gold and holding it for their rainy day when it's time to reset their economy, when their value, the value they place, the false value that they place behind the paper is no longer good. The dollar bill, for an example, the US dollar is worth 3 to 5 cents worldwide. What do you do with something that has so little purchasing power? Okay, but it's the same thing with the lira and other currencies around the world. Look at what happened in Venezuela. Look what happened in Greece. 3 times, 2 times in bankruptcy, a 3rd time approach, and they were saved by the backing of a currency by utilizing some of the gold to pay off the debt, not backing the currency, but pay off the debts so they can go ahead back to their paper printing business. So we show you how to start your gold home-based business. We show you how to save gold for yourself. Those 2 things will help you manage a lifestyle of your dreams, because you'll eventually share it with others. It gets so good to you, you're going to tell people, and you will earn as others duplicate what you do. It's really just that simple in KARATBARS International. And we show you how to make it happen. We're based in Stuttgart, Germany. Okay, just adjacent from the Mercedes-Benz headquarters there. And here is the founder and CEO, Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes. Senator Sykes, author of Future of Money, as well as Think Big. He says, he who owns gold has always money, because that is the definition. Gold is money. He's learned what other greats have come before us in the Western Hemisphere have learned. He said gold is money. Mr. J.P. Morgan said gold is money. Everything else is credit. Alan Greenspan was the former head of the Federal Reserve. And Mr. Greenspan, who was in charge of printing paper, told you gold is always accepted. But what about Robert Kiyosaki, the gentleman who introduced to us the cash flow quadrant, which I shared with you just earlier? He's also the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He says, as an international entrepreneur, he understands that gold is God's money. Well, let's show you an example of the gold. Here is gold. Here's our gold. In the world of KARATBARS International, we are able to develop price stability or offer price stability because all of our notes and currencies have gold embedded in them, whether it be the 1/10 of a gram of gold, whether it be a 3/10 of a gram or 6/10 of a gram or 1 gram. We provide the gold. I'm sorry, 1/10 of a gram, 1 gram, 3 grams, 4 grams, and 6 grams in our cash gold denominations. Each cash gold card is equipped with a blacklight authentication feature on the front. This gives you the authenticity of it. The only paper money not dependent upon governments or failing economies, because gold is embedded in it and gold is accepted anywhere. You can purchase any product in our KARATBARS ecosystem with cash gold. This is a digitized gold that's allowed to move along the system for online payments, purchases, and products. And more establishments around our world, around the world, are accepting our cash gold. This is fact. It gives you price stability. How? Why? Well, if you bought that model Ford in 1920, it cost you $645 because it was a denomination, it was money that was backed fully by gold. 1 kilogram of gold would have got you that vehicle. We stack grams of gold and they add up to kilograms. Just think about it today. The Ford truck or your basic SUV or small truck has a base sticker price of $40,000. It's not that the dollar is worth more. We already told you 3 to 5 cents worldwide is the value of the dollar. However, if you in fact backed it with gold, you can get that truck and you will get change back because the value is not in the dollar or the paper. The value is in the gold, folks. It takes more of those dollars because it lacks the backing of an asset. So they stack more paper on top of itself to satisfy the seller and or the manufacturer. Here's another reason we get gold. We talked about inflation earlier. We talked about the cost of living. Well, inflation by definition is where the prices of goods and services go up and the value of your money decreases. So you can look and see the more they worked on the paper, the less you're able to put in a basket. Look at your grocery basket in 1998 on that $20 bill. The more they worked on the paper, the more they print paper. What happens when you take a photograph, put it on a copy machine, and you keep using that photograph to print more of that picture? Then you take the copy of the copy and you put that on there to produce more. You still get less quality, less quality, less quality. Well, that's what happens when you deal with the 20. The more paper you print, the more you generate, the less value and purchasing power it has. So from 1998 to 2020, today, you don't even get a buggy or a basket. In fact, you're lucky to get a little big picnic basket to put on your arm. That faded $20 bill, it lacks so much purchasing power that you can take it into a grocery store for 2 or 3 items, and you can leave with those items in your pocket as long as you have a receipt. So in our world, we pay ourselves first, not last. This is something you have to understand. We exchange declining paper dollars and turn it into the world's best appreciating asset, which is gold. Gold is a tier 1 asset, folks. Tier 1 means there is no risk involved. This is not a lottery. This is not a game of chance. This is not a retirement plan that's based on stocks, bonds, or annuities. This is pure gold. The more you own, the more you earn. The more you hold, the more value it creates. The more you refer people in our illustrious program, the more money you make. And we circulate. We don't spend, we circulate as wealth builders. Look, first of all, to circulate is to move or cause to move continuously or freely throughout a closed system. That's what we do with our monies. We move it or cause it to move continuously or freely through a closed system. We have an entire ecosystem that we control in the world of KARATBARS. So unlike the poor, middle class, and the general public, where we spend the money that we earn, we spend it and it's gone. We send it away from us. And then we scramble at the last minute, like we're scrambling, many of us, through this pandemic, trying to save and hold on to the little bit that we have left. But the rich and wealthy understand this dynamic. And we circulate money. We save and invest in ourselves. We enjoy the B and I quadrant you saw earlier. And then we circulate our earnings. How do we circulate our earnings? We keep our earnings within the same community, and we help it to go round and around. Now, the definition of circulate as opposed to spend. When you spend, it is gone. It is not guaranteed to come back to you, come back to your pocket, or generate additional wealth because you held on to it. You let it go. But when you circulate, to circulate is to move something from a point of origin and return it to that same point of origin. But as it makes its rounds in that system, it grows in wealth, it grows in value. And as a result, your circulating money multiplies. So by the time it comes back to you, it comes back to you tenfold or better. Because where we circulate money, we move it or cause it to move continuously or freely through a closed ecosystem. We're going to show you right now how to start your own business and maximize those benefits. We're going to show you how to pay yourself first with gold. We're going to show you how to build a referral network to create residual income. Here's how we do it. In our system, you learn now how you can start a simple and duplicatable business with KARATBARS from home. The benefit now from our multi-gold from our multi-gold packages. It provides financial security. It gives you financial independence. It keeps you ahead of times of crisis. And you have the option of opening free customer and affiliate accounts. This allows everyone to grow comfortably. You earn as you learn, and you do it all from the comfort and safety of your own home. And in a time like now, you're going to want to know how to make something like that happen. There are 2 keys to our compensation plan, which we talk about quite often. Our keys are rooted in both leverage and exponential growth. What do we mean by that? Well, in leverage and exponential growth, we save in gold. That's the leverage. John Paul Getty says, out of his wealth principle, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. That's a powerful statement. Most of us say that as employees, we rather work smarter than harder. Okay, so this is taking it to the next level, the umpteenth level. All right, because Mr. Getty understood that when you're able to use 1% of 100 people's efforts, that's giving you a total of 100% effort from other people. And where is your effort? Nowhere, other than sharing the opportunity. And that's the power that you have here in the few examples we're going to show you. Now, we're not financial advisors, and our presentations are not designed to give financial advice. But the examples that we show are for calculation, show of calculations are for illustration purposes only. It is not a guarantee of income. The only thing that can guarantee income in this world is the decision that you make between where you are and where you want to be in the future. Let's go. Let's look at our unilevel bonus. Now, this is acquired from establishing your free gold savings account. Your free gold savings account only requires your name, your number, your address. When I say your number, your phone number, your address, your date of birth. You can supply us with a username that you create and a password that you create, and you have a whole world opened up to you with a free gold savings account from your gold bank, and you're allowed to access transactions 24 hours, 7 days a week. Well, in that unilevel bonus, this is how it works. You, in turn, to maximize the plan, you get your free account, and then you talk to at least 5 people who do the same as you do, and you will absolutely max that plan because you're saving gold for yourself and you're sharing with others how they can do the same. And this will give you up to 6% commission into infinity. You'll be compensated monthly through our unilevel compensation plan into infinity. And in case you don't know what infinity is, that's forever, folks. But wait, uni means one, unilevel system. That's you working from that one free position to make things happen for you. But suppose you want things to happen for you more than just once a month. You are one person with one free gold savings account. You're referring 5 people to do the same as you have done. You can handsomely earn some residual income, but you can only get it once a month. But there's 4 weeks to a month, 30 days on average. How would you like to get paid daily, earn daily, and get paid 5 times a month? Well, you can do that with our optional dual system program. The dual system program only requires you to acquire a business package to start your business off. And as you get that business package, you acquire KARATBARS goods, products, or services. And in acquiring those services, you share those businesses with others. You share the business with others. And then what does it do for you in turn? You get paid for each new partner that duplicates what you have done. Our direct commission scale works this way. For now that you have a package and you're sharing this opportunity with other people, you automatically qualify for direct commissions. So if you share with one person, you get 10% in commission. If that person shares with another person, you get 3% commission off of that second person's efforts. But if a third person shares with another person, you get 2% commission off of what the third person did as a insistence or a duplicatable effort from the second person. Now, that may not look like much when you talk about 1 person, 2 persons, or 3 persons, but now I'm gonna show you where leverage and exponential growth meet. Suppose you didn't tell just 1 person. Suppose you got 10 people to do what you've done. Well, now those 10 people will go out and get 10 people, and that'll be 100 people working on your behalf. But wait, those 100 people now go out to get 10 people, and now you have 1,000 people working on your behalf. And on each level, 1,000 people, you're gaining 2% revenue. From 100 people, you're gaining 3% revenue, and the 10 that you initially sponsored, you now have 10% of that revenue in direct commission. But suppose you get 100 people that you sponsor or 1,000 people that you sponsor. You see where this can go? And it's an endless cycle of commissions and earnings. And well, let's move on to the next one. Here's the dual team bonus. The dual team bonus is also a part of that optional package. So you acquire the package, you're telling people how to do it, and they're now duplicating what you've done, right? But in this option of the dual commission, this is beyond the direct commission. The direct commission, you saw the model. But now the dual commission is where you gain payouts based off of the package you acquired. So every time anyone on your left or right team acquires gold, products or business packages, it creates units. That's a powerful tool. You never flush or run out of units. When you have 25 units on one team and 50 on the other, it guarantees you what is known as you earn a dual team payout, or what we affectionately call DTPs. Now, dual team payouts are when you have those units, and depending upon the package if you acquired, you will receive a payout for every time dual team payouts are generated, or every time a DTP is generated. And it runs into infinity. And here you can see when you have packages that carry statuses, you can get anywhere from 40 euros a package, a payout rather, to 80 euros a payout. Or in those of you who have dealing out of US dollars, you're talking about roughly $45 or so up to $100 per payout. Now it's just up to you. Would you rather a hamburger or would you like the full course steak dinner? That's the only difference in acquiring the packages. You do exactly the same thing with all the packages, but what separates them in terms of status, bronze to VIP, is the amount of payout that is earned each time you qualify for a dual team payout. Now here's the other bonus to it. Y'all ready for this? You get paid once a week, maybe twice a month, maybe. Some of you even get paid once a month. But in our world, working from a home-based business, you can get paid up to 180,000 times, 180,000 dual team payouts per week, family, per week. And this happens when you have the power of our multi-gold packages. Our multi-gold packages, just to give you a brief overview of them, it gives you 100% of direct commissions. That means you get 10% on one level, 10% in one generation, you get 3% in the second generation, and you get 2% on the third generation. And that's what happens. And when, of course, when it exponentiates, it grows even more. You have the unilevel bonus also attached to that, where you get paid monthly for saving in gold. You get matching bonuses for those who save right along with you or do as you do with the business packages. For everyone that gets paid in your organization, you qualify now to get a percentage or a matching bonus because they got paid, not because of anything you did, it's because they did it. Remember, you much rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of your own efforts. So suppose you're now talking to only 2 people or 5 people, and you decide now you want to talk to 100 people, 200 people, 2,000 people. You're going to grow like that anyway. But if you did it directly yourself, just imagine the amount of matching bonuses you will generate. But wait, there are more than 7 income opportunities in this package in itself alone. And KARATBARS pays 5 commissions per month, weekly in the dual system, as we're discussing here, and monthly in the unilevel system, which is your gold savings. It's directly paid to you on your personal prepaid MasterCard. We have a private partnership with MasterCard. So look at these packages and what comes with them. Why do we call them multi-gold packages? Because these multi-gold packages, each one, whether it carries a status or not, offers you, grants you not just free gold, but discounts of 10% against another package. So let's say you come in at 75 euros, you're not in a position now to obtain a package, but you want gold. Well, every time you spend 75 euros in the system to acquire package number 1, you'll get a ½ gram of gold. Now, gold right now is skyrocketing, folks. It's moving into stratosphere numbers per ounce because there's such volatility in cash and in marketplaces and commodities. So therefore, when these areas of dependency fall, gold rises because of its premier status as an asset that continues to appreciate. Let's say your gram of gold costs you your ounce of gold costs you $3,000. That makes your gram of gold $300. That makes your ½ gram of gold $150. And you may only be paying $5 or $6 for it now. But 75 euros allows you the opportunity not just to have free gold, but it gives you discount cards of 10% against any additional package you may purchase. And it allows you 1 unit towards your dual team bonus program. If you move and upgrade your efforts, in your upgrading of efforts, your bronze packages come with anywhere from 0.6 grams of gold to 1 full gram of gold. The other packages, your silver comes with 1.5 grams of gold. Your gold package, your gold status comes with 6.5 grams of gold. That's right. And it also gives you matching bonuses and cash gold through the sales of your previous of additional package, just as your previous 3 packages did. Your silver and your 2 bronze packages do the same for you. Well, the 2 bronze packages don't give you a matching bonus, but they do give you the ability to earn free gold from other people accepting the opportunity and doing as you do. But wait, you have 2 VIP packages here. These VIP packages, not only give you a plethora of units, but they give you a plethora of gold, 10 grams of gold and 15 grams of gold, and respectively, and they both qualify you with units, dozens of units. They give you matching bonus options as well as free cash gold. You get additional gold for every time someone sees the opportunity to get gold because you are referring them to the opportunity. Oh, it's powerful. These are the ways in which these programs I showed you on the previous screens, they show you how deep they go in matching bonuses for you to acquire free gold. Isn't that powerful? So let's say if you got matching gold, a multi-gold package 6, you will get 0.8 of a gram of gold for everyone that gets a package from you 7 generations deep. If you have a VIP 7, you will get almost 1.5 grams of gold for everyone that gets a package. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a few thousand people on my team. And that came in just a course of less than a year because I was a little slow. But now you have an opportunity from home where everybody's home. Everybody's forced to look for a way. Everybody understands now that what they thought was money was not. Gold is real money, folks. It will leverage the paper that you have to deal with each and every day to the extent that they'll be jumping in the boat. You know, you don't have to cast a pole. You don't have to go with a net. You just have to have space in your boat. And as you go out into this water of opportunity, the fish are going to jump right on in. It's home based. It's easy. And it's for you. Now, those matching bonuses, they're very powerful. These matching bonuses come as a result of other people in your organization getting paid. So if you bring in somebody and they're 7 generations down as a VIP, you're going to get 5% matching bonus just because they earned. If you're a bronze, everybody wins. From a bronze up to VIP, you can gain matching bonuses according to your status, and it'll run generationally deep. You also have the opportunity to upgrade. Let's say that you just acquired a package. You got your bronze package. You turn around and sponsor 5 people within your first 5 weeks to acquire the same package you did or higher. You'll be upgraded to that silver package. But wait, it don't stop there. From the time you got your package, the clock is running. You have 5 weeks to continue the upgrade process. So now here you are as a silver. You turn around and you get 5 new affiliates within your first same 5 weeks from acquiring your business package at your level or higher. At no additional cost, the company will upgrade you to the next highest package status at no cost. You can be a VIP for free by getting more gold, by telling more people. Check this out. There's so much gold in this. Let's say you got the 5 new affiliates that you got to get a package. Suppose they go out and do what you've done. So now you have 5 people going out to 5 affiliates, 5 new affiliates for each level. That's 25 to 75 to 100 to 125 new affiliates in your organization, striving and doing what you've done with higher upgrades, which means higher commissions and higher leveraging for you with gold, with free gold, with commissions, with units. This produces the accumulation under our KARATBARS automatic long-term incentive program. You earn everything from that beautiful leather bag to that bicolor Rolex that Dr. Harold Sykes picks out for you himself. In fact, I'm walking around with bare wrists now because I expect my Rolex any day because I'm working for it that way. You can also earn fine luxury vehicles and the creme de la creme. You can receive anywhere in the world a home built on your behalf by your choice. You can receive a home up to $1 million in construction. It will be provided for you free and clear by KARATBARS. They will give you not only the deed in your name, but keys in your hand. This is our payment system, folks. How do we get paid? We're paid on our own personalized MasterCard. You can order the card directly from your back office. Your commissions will be deposited on your card account, and you can access your cash at any bank or ATM anywhere in the world. In fact, if you're diligent about building your business, you can position yourself to receive free gold from the system as well by just saving. So the KARATBARS advantages, simply put, It's a 9-year-old company. There's no Johnny come lately. We operate in 146 countries. All of our physical products are delivered directly to your door by FedEx. In fact, KARATBARS International, the world's largest distributor of gold in small increments, is the #1 client of FedEx. Anywhere in the world where physical products are able to be delivered to you, FedEx are the ones that are bringing it to your door. All of our commissions are prepaid or paid privately, rather, on a privately issued prepaid MasterCard, of which you saw in the previous slide. And there are over 900,000 affiliates in the world of KARATBARS. But look, there are over 8 billion people in the world. You have a complete support system. In Wealth Builders Worldwide, there's 100,000 plus of us willing and ready to help you at any given point. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. But to get started with it, can you register for free? It costs you nothing to register. There are no monthly or recurring fees. In fact, if you can right now show me something that costs less than free, I might look at it and join it. But right now, free is working well for me. It's working wonders for me because not only do I have a free gold savings account, but I have free gold that I can store in an account. I have free earnings that I can place on my free MasterCard, and I can free my family from the system of poverty. Poverty is punishment for a crime you did not commit, folks. The system of poverty is one of debt. I am determined to be the head of state in my household. How about you? There are no mandatory fees or monthly expenses. And upon getting your free gold savings account, you do get a state-of-the-art 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, multi-million-dollar software operating worldwide on your behalf at no cost to you. All it requires is the username that you chose to open your account and the password you chose to open your account. And of course, our product. We have what the world needs now is gold, sweet gold. 24 karat, 999.9 pure gold, LBMA certified, folks. That's the London Bullion Marketing Association that accredits the grade of gold. And that grade of gold allows nations to settle debt. Just think about it. That grade of gold allows you to settle the debt of nations around the world if you so chose. That means on a collective group economics tip, you in fact can close the wealth gap. My Lord. So that's the opportunity that's in front of you. You have a worldwide market. You have nearly 8 billion people in the world. We have unique products, an innovative company. We have a substantial compensation plan that no one can match anywhere in the world. Pound for pound, it is the best because our product is money. High potential part-time incomes are available. Customer support via telephone and email. And of course, we're here for you all the way through because you're in business for yourself, but you are not by yourself. I know this slide says you are in the right place at the right time, but I'm here to tell you folks, you're in the right place ahead of time because our goal is to give people across the world a safe platform and a method to transfer from currency into gold bullion, 1 gram at a time or more, one person at a time. So you're in the valley of decision. There are 3 types of people after seeing this presentation that you'll be engaging with. You might be the one who says, hey, you had me at gold. Let's go and get started. Stop beating your gums, man. Where do I sign up? Or you might be one who's just as excited as the first one, but you have some questions you have to ask. And those who brought you to this opportunity, I'm here with you. You see all my notes in the broadcast below, or the notes rather, and below this presentation. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions to get you started with your free gold savings account. And then there's those that say, this is not for me. Well, I understand that not for me really means not right now. You're still very inquisitive or skeptical, or you don't have full focus on it yet based off of what's going on in your own life. That's okay. We understand that positioning is key. So get your free account. You can do that. It doesn't require nothing but 4 minutes. If you have 4 minutes, you can get a free account and you'll be surprised what happens for you and happens through others for you when you come back and see the positioning that you put yourself in. So get back to the person that introduced this opportunity with you. If it is me, I'll be more than happy to assist you. But please don't jump, don't skip lines. If someone has introduced this opportunity to you, I want you, in fact, to go and visit this opportunity, this world of KARATBARS. It is for you. It is absolutely for you. Folks, I'm Brother Eric Ture Muhammad. I appreciate the time you allotted me to share this opportunity with you. And I'm here to say to you, many of you are home right now. Many of you are wondering where the next payday is coming from. Many of you are wondering how you can make ends meet. And I'm telling you that today of this broadcast, this day is Friday. It was payday for me in KARATBARS. 2 days before, on Wednesday, it was payday for my monthly residual in KARATBARS. That's right. Because of my savings account and others saving under me, I received a residual of commission as a gold manager. I received 3.5% commission against all the gold saved in my organization. And I get that paid out to me on a monthly basis. But wait, I also get paid weekly. So this Friday, I was paid for the efforts of others the previous Friday. And it happened while I was sitting down. It happened while I was, no, maybe I was eating lunch. No, I wasn't eating lunch because this is a fast day for me. So maybe I was drinking a little coffee or water, or maybe I was driving around checking on other family members, make sure they're okay with and had everything they need, their scarves, their masks, their gloves, making sure they were satisfied or solidified within their homes. Maybe I was just out here with my wife planting the garden that we established or she's established for the household because she understands the severity and the nature of this pandemic and what it could mean if you're not prepared or underprepared. Or maybe I was talking to more people like I'm talking to you about the opportunity to shore up your home by taking those declining paper dollars and saving in gold. Saving in gold because gold is the store of value. Gold is the true wealth system. Gold is the one that stores your labor. Now, I earned the money and I didn't have to leave the house. I didn't have to clock in. And the earning potential is unlimited. Here's a sample of the gold right here. Here's a gram of gold in our Wealth Builders Worldwide branding card. That's 1 gram of gold. When I got this gold, it was roughly 44, 46 US dollars, maybe a little more because of the security detail that's put into the card, beautifully crafted. So it might've been about $55, $60. Okay. Today, that same gram of gold has a value of close to 80 US dollars in our world. How many of these can you stack? Look how small it is. Look how convenient it is, but look how valuable it is. Between saving in gold, acquiring cash gold, getting on the hold of a package and referring others to do the same, you can wax wealthy. And if you follow our system on how to pay yourself first as a wealth building coach and partner with you, you will enjoy massive wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Peace and power. Get back to the one who introduced the opportunity with you, but please do not sleep on the opportunity to get back with me and learn how you can help others, help yourself, and be the head of state in your household. Peace and power. Thank you for watching.